Order the regular council meeting for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lyndoch and Raglan this first day of May 2024 at 7:03 p.m. As we gather this evening, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this council and our community that we're meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. We are extremely grateful for the many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Okay, the roll call, Councillor Banks,
Yes.
Councillor Popple, here, Councillor Keller,
Here.
Councillor Quar.
Present.
Okay. Resolution to adopt the agenda that reads that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lyndoch and Raglan, adopt the agenda as amended to include 12.1 financial statement report from Killigan and Associates. Could I get a mover for that, please? I can move. Moved by Councillor Popple, seconded by Councillor Quad. Any comments, questions?
No.
I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Yes.
Yeah.
Opposed? None. Motion is carried. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest tonight? Or anything on the agenda?
No.
Seeing none. The mayor's address, I don't have much to report. It was a fairly quiet month, like all the county meetings and that, and, Tammy and Jordan and myself met with two members from the snowmobile club, the week after our council meeting, I guess. It was basically an information gathering session, and I believe we have some information that we need to report later on in the closed session from our solicitor. So we will discuss that later, and, attended a recreation committee meeting last night. It was a very good meeting. They're putting together some events for Canada Day. Sounds like it's going to be fun. And that's basically all I have to report. Anything from the clerk?
I have a few things tonight. So during the month of April, I attended 7 meetings, some of which were in person and some via Zoom. And make an announcement tonight that we would like to thank the provincial government for the receipt of $41,686 from the Emergency Preparedness Grant Program. This funding has supplied the township with a 4-chute sandbagger with a conveyor system and a trailer to move around. Although flooding was not a major emergency this year, we have had years in the past with extremely high water levels, creating the need for a lot of sandbags. The sandbagger will enable the township to be prepared and the ability to build sandbags faster and more efficiently for our residents.
That's good, great news.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that if you don't need it, well, but when you do.
Yeah.
And we got 100% funding on that. Nice.
A few questions for council. So the wellness day is coming up this Saturday from 11 till 3. Is there any members of council that are able to attend to represent the township?
I'm at the gun show.
I'm going to probably be in there to see back in March.
Well, I'm at the gun show too.
I won't be
As
there.
far as I know, anyways, see how my hand is.
Hello,
Um,
I've got lots to do too, but
It is from 11 till 3, but if you were there tonight, then it would be greatly appreciated.
okay. I'll sleep on.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilor. All right. And again, this year, the St. Francis Valley Healthcare Foundation is doing the Rockathon. Val, myself, and Wayne participated last year. We have been asked by KHR Township if we would be interested in doing a joint team again this year,
When is it?
June 21st.
I'm away.
So we had 3 members of council or staff. Each participant box for an hour, and
I'm away that day. I'm away the weekend, actually.
That's a Saturday?
No,
It's a Friday. Yeah.
from 10 till 4.
So we have to stay there from 10 to 4?
No, it's only 1 hour.
Yeah, you walk for 1 hour.
You go in, you go, you leave. But you ever, where we should all collect donations or. Got collect some money for.
I'll go to our employer and see if he'll donate another 1,000.
Yeah. Wayne was the star of the weekend. His donation. For June 20th.
So can 3 of us go rock at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you all-
I took my own rocking chair.
Really?
Bring your own chair.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Well, you have to take your own chair?
you don't have to. But I did just so I could go in there and I could rock. I didn't want to have to wait on a rocking chair, so I took one with me.
Well, I'm not as old as you, so I don't have a rocker.
I can loan you one.
I was gonna say, everybody has,
Yeah.
Got a couple of bags in the garage.
You're only
Put me
6
down.
feet.
I should.
Okay,
I can rock for an hour,
okay.
but I just thought, well, if, let's say Wayne's going up, if I just go up with Wayne.
Yeah.
If I could rock at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a journal, and that we will, put in a joint team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and next time I go to work, I'll corner the boss.
So is there like pledge sheets for that or something,
There
or?
is, yes.
Okay.
And I also have some information to council, in regards to some complaints that we received in regards to, Cameron Lake Road. So on April 22nd, there were 3 complaints left in the drop box, regarding Cameron Lake Road. Some residents feel that the road should have a hard surface application of pavement. The complaints include potholes, plowing, and safety concerns. They feel that Cameron Lake Road is a dangerous road. As well as the complaints of the road, there were also disrespectful comments made towards staff. Cameron Lake Road, in our asset management plan, which was completed in 2022, is in the very good standards. In June of 2018, that road received 865 cubic yards of gravel as well as liquid calcium on the entire length of the road. As of April 22nd of this year, when we received the complaints, Cameron Lake Road had been graded twice. Also, regular bi-weekly road patrols are also completed to ensure that any areas of concern are addressed. And just to give council some numbers, for a double surface treatment of 2.7 kilometers for Cameron Lake Road would cost $144,045. And asphalt would be $356,173. So that's for council's information. So that we're addressing these concerns.
Well, I know as a counselor, I travel that road once a week. I pick somebody up that helps me go to Pembroke and do my order. And I drop her off. And I find that the road's fine.
I want it all the time too.
Yeah, I guess Kevin would be too, he has a lot down there. How do you find them?
The only thing that I would like to see change, if anything, is that one corner, where the hill kind of comes out. And the water comes down off the hill in the springtime. Yeah. And it kind of will wash across the road. I just don't know where the lines run there, whether there's anything. If that rock in behind that. I think it's rock, right?
It's wrong, yeah.
Yeah, so that's,
We'll have them look at it.
I mean, that'd be the only it'd be nice to get straightened out a little bit, and then sometime if we ever needed fill. There's a hill there, you can, like, some fill out of it, I don't know about it, I mean, the road itself. I've been on it my whole life, it's a pretty good road. And the section that was taken over many years ago. When we got the land down the end of the property, that last section, that's always in nice condition. As far as I'm concerned, but I'm a landowner.
Like I say, it gets a little gusty at time, but I mean, like, that was prior to before putting that liquid.
Sometimes it gets ripped up a bit with four wheelers.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
that's
what are you
unfortunate, it's unfortunate,
Yeah.
and usually it happens right after it's nicely graded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
And
it-
we got no control over
No.
that, so.
and I don't think it's any worse condition than any other road in our municipality or rural municipality. We can't pave every road. My concern with those complaints was the disrespect to staff.
I wouldn't understand what the purpose of that would be, because I don't know why someone would comment disrespectfully towards staff, that doesn't help.
If the staff don't know how to do it, replace them with somebody who does, that's basically what's the complaint. And I don't think we should allow our staff to be treated like that.
No, it's.
And I think, perhaps a reply to thank them for their concern. We've looked into it, the road seems to be an acceptable standard in comparison to other roads in the municipality. And that, we're not happy with the comments in disrespect to staff.
No.
And our policy does not, something to that effect.
Yeah.
Because we can't allow things like that to keep on happening.
No,
I mean,
I agree.
like, yes, we take complaints, but we don't take disrespect.
so the individuals did put their names to the complaint,
Yes,
the beginners on to them.
and it was only the one that was disrespectful. Okay. But, yeah, and like in comparison to other roads, I mean, we do have roads that's worse,
Absolutely.
like, look at Burke Road.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, we have roads that are, so, I mean, we do the best we can,
We're getting to them one at a time, right?
yeah,
Doing our best. I mean, if sometime in the future, where we actually got to a point in. We had all our hard top roads
Yeah.
finished to a good condition, and if there was money available within the budget, and I think not enough people pay attention to our budget when we make one.
Yeah.
It's easy to say you have lots of money until you sit down there and see how it's spent.
Yeah.
But, if there comes a time and a place when we have extra money and we want to hard top the road, and perhaps there's government funding, and, I'm not saying that it can't be pursued, but it is possible.
But even prior to doing that, we'd have to make some other changes to the road.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a few complaints, although I don't live there, but yeah, and I know there's a pitch on that road that's people that are concerned with too, right? So,
There's really only the two spots, and like I said, I think the rock does come out there, that's probably why it's
Yeah.
never been.
And I'm sure.
Able to be
It's there too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in that, I think the hump at the field should be sand, I think. I think it should be sand, just based on everything around,
Sure.
where it's been dug around.
Yeah.
But it's that piece coming out, and it's hard to, because in the spring, water comes down off that hill.
Yeah.
And that's the spot where we get a few potholes, that one little spot,
okay.
and it's only in the spring, and once the dries up. it's
Yeah, yeah, because it's a back and
Yes.
it's wetter and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, that pitch is at a dead end road. There's
Okay,
a pitch, exact same pitch on Gaining Road,
okay.
I mean, that's a through road.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay, so,
Okay.
anything else you need?
I do have one more thing, we will need another meeting on the 15th. We have tenders closing on the 10th, for road projects.
Okay,
And the case study will be presented that 19th.
okay, so that'll be the next meeting?
Yeah.
On the 15th?
May 15th.
May
Okay.
15th.
What time?
7,
7, okay.
and I will send out an email.
I've got 3 meetings left. Sorry.
Meeting all week. Meeting all week.
That's just not it. Okay. Okay. That's, anything else? No, that's it. Okay, thanks. Okay, we have no delegations and presentations. We have the adoption minutes and a resolution that reads that we, the council for the corporation of the township of Blue Mountain, Dock and Raglan hereby adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of April 10th, 2024 as presented. Could I get a mover for that, please? Okay, moved by Councillor Caldwell, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments, questions?
No, what do you mean?
Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None, motion is carried. Okay, committee and or staff reports. So we have a resolution that reads that council for the corporation of the township of Blue Mountain, Dock and Raglan accept the quotation received by Greenwood Paving Limited in the amount of $12,820.50 plus HSE for pulverizing work to be completed on River Road and Rooston Road. Can I get a mover for that, please?
Second.
Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Quad. And I believe we have a staff report from our works manager.
Nice, thank you, your worship. So as discussed during the budget discussions and included in the budget were the 2 new projects to be started this year on Brewston and River Road. In order to start off, the first step is polarization, so we need to remove the old hard top that is there in order to start off. So being Greenwood is one of the only suppliers of the service in our area. There was no tender submitted. Quotation was received from them. In the amount of $12,852 HST. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 12,820.50, sorry. We budgeted 12,852, and the HST for this project, so we're actually under budget for that. The work will consist of a portion of Brewston Road that has not been touched yet, and 2 pieces of River Road that are all in the same shape. They're all at the end of their life and received several complaints. And yes, our asset management showed that this needs to be done. Anyway, this is what it's gonna take.
So this will this finish those 2 roads? What's left to do on them?
Yes,
So then next year we can move on to another area.
well, so this is the start of the project.
Yes.
So we're planning on pulverizing and applying gravel this year.
Yep.
Ditching culverts and any other work that needs to be done in the spring of next year, and then hopefully followed by replacement of hard top for at least Brewston. I know we have some additional work that we're going to look at on River, so that may take an extra year.
Yeah.
That will,
25, 26.
finish the River,
Yeah.
25 for Brewston,
Yeah.
as planned right now. So that's the start. We did mention that we have some tenders closing for the rest of the project, so there's some gravel application and hot mix pavement to finish up Cedar Grove. And then next year, I'm gonna try and tie in Trout Lake and Brewston together to finish those. So that's where we're at.
Any other questions or comments from council?
No, so we're on track.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? None? So the motion is carried. Okay, we have another resolution for lawn care maintenance. that the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau, and Raglan directs the operations manager to sign an agreement with Jessup Property Care for bi-weekly lawn care maintenance for municipal properties. This is before and after, students come, correct?
Correct, that's what I propose agreeing on.
Yes. Okay, so, can I get a mover for that, please? Mover Councillor Begg, seconded by Councillor Coyle. Okay, and we have a staff report.
All right, thank you, Your Worship. Obviously, summer's on the doorstep, we're preparing for grass cutting in our facilities. Generally in the past, public works staff, will cut the grass, trim the grass when time allowed. Last season, we were committed to many ongoing road projects, same as it's gonna be this year. I know we received a number of complaints last year that our beaches were trimmed and ready to go. So in order to mitigate this situation, we did budget for reach out for some quotes for this and Jessup Lawn Care, area, Jessup Property Maintenance was the only one to get back. He gave a figure, an hourly quote based on the number of hours determined, it usually took us to do it. So we're in the $4,000, and this is from May leading up to July, when the students will typically start, and then September to October, and we wrap up, so.
Yeah, last year things were pretty,
So is it just a time, or is it time and material?
Just time bring the supply and the mower and the trimmer.
Okay.
If he was to supply the own equipment, it would have been just over twice this year, so.
Who owns the business?
Andrew, yes,
Yeah.
he's very good. Are you,
he has a number of contracts, actually, he just received, I believe, a contract with Carroll Dam Township as well.
Okay, that's good.
So it's some options, we do nothing and we grass grow like it did last year and wait until we get students. Or we contract the servicing.
Yeah, it's on the front end and the back end, right? Yeah.
I mean, even last year, the ball field was. You know, like that's not good.
I'd be for giving it a try, that's. It sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it's definitely a reasonable price for sure.
Yeah, and he does, not be dependable. Okay, so any other questions or comments? So I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed, none? Resolution is carried. Okay, we have another,
Another motion to be on,
okay. Why don't we do the staff report on the issue of the Canada Summer Grant?
So as approved by council, we applied for 3 positions, one for public works, one for parks and rec, and one for a wayside attendant assistant. And we were successfully approved for 1 position, which was for the wayside attendant. This will leave us with no summer students for grass cutting and other tasks that they can perform for public works and such. It's disappointing.
Yeah, it's left us in a pretty big gap.
One thing I want to make note of, and it's something that we can address before the application for next year's summer students, was we do get more points in the scoring system of applications if we pay more than minimum wage. Okay, so if we want a better success rate of approvals, we need to pay a little bit more.
So what do you look for, 18, 20?
I don't know, that's something we can research later, we can apply it now anyway, so that we again this fall, because the application will be due at the beginning of January next year, so yeah. We can discuss that one later, but just a little birdie reader there,
What is minimum wage?
1650.
Yep.
Student wages,
That's the minimum wage that we've taken over. 16.55. So there are some options, we can do nothing and leave our grass. If council was open to the option of paying the student wages for an 8-week period of 40 hours. Or, we can contract it out. Maybe with the same contractor Jordan has for the before and after summer. Some
Well,
options for you, the price of the staff report.
for a student, well, looking around between 55 and 6. For 8 weeks, 5,500, 6,000 dollars. In that range,
Or,
for a student, per student.
yeah,
Per student, yeah, per student. So it's worth to 10,592 for both students. Now, keep in mind, half of that was supposed to be grant covered and we'd be paying half of that.
so we just, yeah.
You'd be,
We're just filling in the back part, but we didn't.
it does work a little cheaper to have it contracted out, but then we're also losing all the other tasks and learning experience and supporting our students and not hiring students.
I'd like to see some students already in good.
I would too, I think we get much more value from having 2 students here than we do from just having contracted grass, because they do so many other things for us.
See, students, if we could do it.
Can we
find
claim it to hire 2 students?
We can budget it for half that amount, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're really only looking at like 5K,
yeah,
a little over 5K, 5,500.
so what's everybody's opinion, hire students or not hire students?
Well, it's gonna cost us more than contracting,
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think.
I think, you know, as long as we have some students that are looking for that opportunity, it's.
Well, and it's good to have hire a couple more
I
students.
guess you'd have to post to see if there's interest, right?
We posted,
Have you posted?
and the interviews are already complete.
Oh, yeah, so there's been interest? Well, that's good.
This is those potential hiring already. I thought you had
Yeah.
already.
No, that's good.
And I believe we have one that's a licensed driver to make it a lot.
Yeah.
Which is good. Who is?
We would also like to ask council, as the grant approved the wayside attendant assistant 8 weeks at a 35-hour week where the job was at. It's a 40-hour work week. The
Right.
council would be open to topping that up to a 40-hour week versus 35 would be an additional 660.
What was the hourly rate on that?
The minimum.
Well, it's just a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So my calculation, we're using a little bit higher number, that's all.
So everyone's in favor of hiring 2 students and topping the wayside one up to a 40-hour week?
Yeah, we're just averaging, topping up, like 40 hours.
Okay, so we have a resolution that reads that the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau, and Ryland approve the expenditure of 2 summer student wages for 8-week period at 40 hours per week and top up the wayside attendant assistant wage to a 40-hour week. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Caulfield. Any comments, questions?
No.
I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None? The motion is carried. We have a resolution for Recreation Committee minutes that reads the council for the corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindau, and Raglan, accepted November 28th, 2023, January 30th, 2024, and February 13th, 2024, Recreation Committee minutes as presented. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments, questions? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed? None? Motion is carried. Okay, correspondence. We have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation, the township of Brunel, Landock, and Raglan hereby accept the correspondence as circulated. And everyone got a list of it. Is there anything anyone wants pulled out of that to be dealt with separately?
Well, I just put our further down with their letter of support. We have one with mental health services in Renfrew County.
Yes.
So there's 10, number 4 is mental health and addiction. Council. And maybe we should pull that one.
This is asking for a facility to serve everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, we really don't have, like we have Mackie Banner for, alcohol. And I don't think we have anything from substance.
Substance or mental health.
An actual facility.
So you want that one pulled out?
I think so, I do.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they would like to pull?
I have more stuff.
Okay.
So the one right after it, number 5, 10-5. I mean, I've been hearing it on the news about them trying to phase out the water testing.
yeah.
It's been all over the news.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, the free
they want you
time.
to start paying for it then if you get your water test.
Mhm.
Right now it's free for residences.
Okay.
So when people further down, related to that is 10-10. Or sorry, not 10-10, 10-16,
Yeah, I had that. one
where
too.
they're trying to close up 6 community-based lab places, so. Which to me kind of goes with number 5.
Okay.
And did you guys read 10-10? The city of Peterborough introduced a bill to amend the Ombudsman Act to provide, if requested by a municipality, sufficient particulars of each investigation that goes on, because sometimes we don't hear of any investigations. I don't think, when was that, the first year I was on council, where there was an investigation against me? I don't think the rest of council was aware of it. I was made aware of it after the fact. So I think all it is that municipalities would like little more input when there's an investigation, that we're made aware of it. And especially if it's, against one of the counselors or one of you guys, the staff.
I think we're made aware when there's an investigation. Can you have it brought to council's attention?
They don't give you a whole lot of information.
No, because I know there was a couple of them here when I was here. That we had to deal with, and
Yeah.
I was aware of what was happening, and I think I reported to council on it.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on how.
The situation, but I mean, you don't get a whole lot of particulars.
Yeah. Well, it's up to whatever council wants to do. If you want to pull it, you can pull it.
And that's, city people.
Yeah. And one,
these people that strongly believe if you're making a complaint, man up and put your name behind it. You know, and a lot of those complaints you don't hear. You don't put them-
No, I think they just vote for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, any more from anybody? Okay, so-
10-12, household food insecurity. I had that. One that I had.
I found just with correspondence, there was a lot of interesting, like even I had question marks for 10-6, 10-7 with the fossil gas and the natural gas. But I don't totally understand them.
That's it, the gas one is a bit subsidy, right?
So Wayne, the household food insecurity?
Yeah.
Well, that's the one with the poor health,
Pardon me?
poor health. Not being able to afford food.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it has a lot to do with the children too, right?
What are they asking for?
I think that they're asking for the Board of Health and Public Health for Sudbury District to call on the government to incorporate local food affordability findings and social assistance rates. So it looks like it's kind of geared to Northern Ontario.
Yeah, that's the only,
That's the situation everywhere.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's kind of site specific.
yeah, it is.
This is.
Yes or no to 10-12?
That's, Wayne Banks.
I say yes. Yes, sooner or later it might come here. Well, it is here, actually.
It's here for
Yeah.
every class, not.
That's right. Not just in Sudbury or,
Yeah, and it's not just Ontario Works, it's a
That's right.
working class also.
that's
It's
right.
not costing us anything, it's just a letter of support. Battery on.
Charge that up. Okay, so everybody's okay now? Okay, so we'll call for the.
We don't have a mover or something.
We didn't get a mover second?
No,
Okay,
I would do something as we get into the book. Okay, if you want me to read that.
okay. Okay, so the resolution reads that we, the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindock and Ryland hereby accepts the correspondence as circulated with the exception of 10-4, 10-5, 10-10, 10-12, and 10-16 to be brought back to the next regular meeting.
Mhm.
Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councilor Banks, seconded by Councilor Clark. Comments, questions? Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? None? Motion is carried. Oh,
Did I go?
okay.
There we go.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to new business. And we have a resolution for a letter of support from the last council meeting. So the resolution reads, be it resolved that the council of the corporation, the town of Blue Linville and Raglan hereby supports the town of Bridge letter dated March 14, 2024, regarding the request to the province of Ontario for new provincial municipal fiscal framework. And the council directs staff to provide a copy of this resolution to the Premier of Ontario, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Minister of Finance, the local member of provincial parliament, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, the Association of Municipal Managers, Clerks and Treasurers of Ontario, and all Ontario municipalities. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Capel. Any questions or comments? We'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have another, a letter of support for amenity sharing, some memorandums of understandings with school boards for evening and weekend gymnasium use. And the resolution reads, be it resolved that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby supports the town of Aurora's request for amenity sharing memorandum of understanding with school boards for evening and weekend gymnasium use. And further, the council directs staff to provide a copy of this resolution to the Premier of Ontario, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Minister of Education, the local member of provincial parliament, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, and all Ontario municipalities. Can I get a mover for that, please?
I can move.
Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Floyd. Any questions, comments? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have another, letter of support regarding operational budget funding from the town. And, be it resolved that the council corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby supports the request of the township of Amarat, calling upon the province of Ontario to treat all municipalities fairly and provide equivalent representative operational budget funding amount to all Ontario municipalities. And staff provide a copy of it to the Premier of Ontario, the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing, our local member of provincial parliament, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, and all Ontarians. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Capel. Any questions or comments? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have another one for mental health services of Brantford County Courting Program. Be it resolved that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby supports the resolution that the town of Arnprior and their support for the mental health services of Brantford County Courting Program and its benefits to all the residents within the county. And further, the council directs staff to provide a copy of this resolution to the Pembroke Regional Hospital, all local municipalities, and the county of Brantford in support of the MHSRC Courting Program. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Claude, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments, questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. We have, a request letter from Melanie Boudry, and it's to the BLR Township Council. I'm writing this letter to ask of the council if it would be possible for you to waive the rental fee at the Palmer Rapids Community Center Hall for a spaghetti dinner fundraiser for the Alfred Small Piece that lives on Pilgrim Road in the township who lost his home and belongings to a recent fire. This event would run on a Saturday night, either in late May or early June, date to be determined. I am hoping that you would be able to do this for him. This will hopefully be a great community effort to help someone in need. Thank you for consideration on this matter. Melody Boudry, organizer.
I know, I personally don't have a problem with
waiving the fee,
No,
you know.
Not for a loss like that. It's a community, you know.
That'd be in support for sure.
Sunday, she let me know today that they've selected June 15th, if that's.
Yeah.
June 15th?
Okay, so we need a resolution for that. And the resolution reads that the council of corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Ragland approve the request from Melody Woodbury to waive the rental fees for the use of the hall and kitchen of BLR Community Center for a fundraising event for Alfred Smallbees on June 15th, 2024. All other conditions of the rental agreement will still apply. Perfect. How can I get a mover for that? Okay. Moved by Councillor Caulfield, seconded by Councillor Watt. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
yes,
Opposed? None. Resolution is carried. We have a letter of request. The Paddler Co-op for a special event. The resolution reads that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau, and Ragland accept the Paddler Co-op special event notification as informational. They get a mover for that, please. First by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Caulfield. Any comments, questions?
no,
No?
they do
Something they
this,
do.
yeah, they do this every year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes,
Opposed? None, the motion is carried. Okay. Financial reports. We have a resolution that reads that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Ragland accept the year-to-date budget variance and monthly expense summary as presented. Everybody looked at those?
I can move it.
Councillor Keller has moved that motion. Seconded by Councillor Caulfield.
Yeah.
Any comments or questions from anyone? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
yes,
Opposed? The motion is carried. We have our year-end financial statement from McKelligans and Associated that was presented. And the motion reads that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Ragland hereby accept the 2023 financial statements. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments, questions? Yeah, well, we've got all this information.
Yeah.
Earlier, so
Yeah, this is just bundled together.
we did finish out the year in the black, which is good. And, very good. I'll call for the vote on that then. All those in favor?
yes,
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. And we're moving along to bylaws. We have a bylaw amendment to bylaw 2023-43. And the resolution reads that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Ragland, hereby adopts bylaw number 2024-18, being a bylaw to amend bylaw 2023-43, being a bylaw for the regulation of traffic by imposition of reduced speed limits on specified driveways, having been introduced and read first, second, and third time and finally passed. Can I get a vote for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Banks. Okay, any comments, questions? We reviewed this at an earlier meeting.
Well, this was passed last year, and was some, additions made to it, just in alignment with our minimum maintenance standards and our asset management plan,
Okay.
just combining the two. Notice that there was a couple of roads missing that should have been included, that's all it is.
Just cleaning it up.
Just clean it up a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can look at, I did highlight the yellow areas here,
Yeah.
what was added or changed a little bit.
Yeah, because they weren't included.
No,
Any comments or questions, anymore, any further from council? Okay, so I'll call for the vote, all those in favor? Opposed, none, the motion is carried. Okay, so we have a resolution that reads that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Michael go into closed session pursuant to the municipal law 2001, section 239(2), for the purposes of subsection D, labor relations or employee negotiations, and subsection F, advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, second by Councillor Boyd. That's a question. Call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, none, the motion is carried. We have a vote. Okay, we have a motion. Welcome back to our meeting, and a motion that reads the council comes out of closed at 8:51 p.m. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Boyd. All in favor?
Yes.
Okay, motion is carried. While we were in closed, session council discussed 3 items regarding personal matters about. I wrote 1 item. Oh, sorry. 1 item regarding personal matters about employee negotiations, and we received legal advice regarding the proposed snowmobile trail. Okay, so resolution number 1 from the closed meeting is that council for the corporation, the township of Brunel and Dock and Raglan hereby direct staff to advertise for an open house on May 28th, 2024 at the BLR Community Center from 2 to 4 p.m. and 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. for a question answer period regarding the proposed snowmobile trail. Could I get a mover for that, please? By Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments or discussion?
no,
Just for clarification, this is an open house for people to come and receive information. Council, this is part of the process before we make a final decision. No final decision will be made until after the open house. Okay, so, any other comments or questions?
no,
I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Okay, motion is carried. And we have another resolution that the council for the corporation, the township of Brunel and Dock and Raglan hereby direct the clerk treasurer to proceed as directed in closed for. Okay. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Quad. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Motion carried. Okay, so we move to the confirmatory bylaw that we, the council of the township of Brunel and Dock and Raglan hereby adopts bylaw 2024-19, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of May 1, 2024, regular meeting of council, having been introduced and read first, second, and third time and finally passed. Did I get a move for that, please? Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments or questions?
no.
All in vote, all in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed? Motion is carried. And the final resolution of the evening, that this meeting adjourns at 8:55 p.m. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks.